Good?
Hmm.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you about um, By Night in Chile by Roberto Bolano.
Okay.
Um, he's a Chilean writer. He was like all over the world, but kind of South American writer. And I was so happy to read this. It's one of the best books I've read in a very long time. And it's been a while since I've read a book that I can say was great without any qualifiers. So just this year, I've read some newer books and they can be enjoyable, but I had like caveats and like, well, I didn't really like this or whatever. This book was phenomenal, straight through. Um,
What genre is it? Is it fiction?
it's fiction. It's kind of difficult to call it a novel. Um, it's pro. Okay. Um, it's more like a long rant. So the format of the book is um, it's a first person confessional, and he's on his deathbed. So it's this guy like talking about his life um, in one long rant, and it's one paragraph long. So
Oh, wow.
there's no breaks at all.
You
It
want
just
to
goes
move that over a little to see the front? Oh, wow.
all the way through, and it looks like a rant. Like if you were to write down somebody ranting, it would just be walls of text, and you like as you read it, like it accelerates. It looks like it might be like intimidating to seeing walls of text, but it's phenomenal. And the
When you
story,
say
yeah,
when you say rant, is it angry? Is it
like like raving,
okay?
not necessarily angry. Um, it's very high energy. It's someone like it reminded me. It's not comedic, but like it reminded me of like seeing like Robin Williams on stage, where you
Cool.
just have like bursting with stuff to say, and it can't come out fast enough. You get that feeling.
Oh, wow.
Um, and the story is that he's like a dying man, and he was a priest, and then he was also a poet and an art critic. And early on in his life, his poetry really wasn't going anywhere. But then literary criticism gained popularity. So here's someone who like wants to be a poet and he's a failure, and then he's well regarded for judging other people's poetry, though he can't do it himself. It just has like that, like those mixed emotions of like, I'm really good at it, but how can I be a critic for something that I can't do
Yeah.
as well? Um, at a certain point, he gets transferred to like another cathedral.
So was he a priest first?
Well, he was a priest, and then he was also a poet and art critic,
Okay.
or literary critic. So they they transfer him to like another cathedral, and there's a pigeon problem.
Was it in Baltimore?
I can't remember now. I think he went from being in Chile and he got sent to like Italy or France. They sent him all the way. That might be wrong, but it's another cathedral, and there's a pigeon problem, and all these pigeons are leaving their droppings all over the beautiful cathedral, all over the statues, and there's pigeon waste everywhere. So they bring him in to train as a falconer.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, they have these falconers, and what they do is he meets like another priest who has a falcon, and he goes like, yeah, like we release the falcon, and it just goes off on a killing spree and kills all the pigeons, and we're gonna train you to do this. He's like listening to him like, kind of like it doesn't sound very priestly.
Yeah, sounds a little aggressive.
Very aggressive.
For a priest.
Yeah, non forgiving. Um, and you know, he didn't want to be doing this. He felt bad for the falcon. He feels bad for. He even at some point brings it up. He was like, "They're doves. Like that's our symbol of peace.
Right.
Like the dove comes back from the ark. Isn't that right?
Right.
With
Yeah.
the
With
olive
the
branch?
olive branch. Yeah.
He's like explaining it to him. Like, well, yeah, but there's also droppings all over our statue, so we're gonna kill him with this falcon.
Well, no one releases pigeons at weddings, though. It's a little different.
Well, so he goes out and he's got this falcon and there's no birds around. There's no pigeons, and they're at like the top of the cathedral. There's him and someone else, and they see this lone dove coming out. Release the falcon!
Oh my gosh!
And it swoops down and it kills the pigeon. Then they realize that there's a crowd of celebrators, and they're now like all in horror, and they run down to find out that there was like an athletic game, like some kind of like a match or whatever, and to celebrate they were gonna release a single dove.
Oh my goodness!
And this crowd of spectators watches the dove go up, sees a priest releasing a falcon, and it swoops down and kills the bird.
Oh.
And they're like horrified.
Yeah.
So I mean, those are two like kind of plot points. The book doesn't have very much of a plot. There was one like just a little incident that I liked a lot. I thought it said a lot about the main character, where he was like in a bad part of town, and he gets mugged. Guy comes over and he's wearing like his whatever they call them, like
robes.
Priestly robes. And a guy comes over and like robs a priest wearing the collar and the whole thing. And he gives him his wallet, and off he goes. And the priest goes like, you know, I prayed for him, but not very much.
I like that.
It kind of sums up like his character. And that's kind of it. I mean, it's phenomenal. It's like the writing is like really exciting. It has like idiosyncrasies about it, and you can just tell that like he's experimenting and what.
Even so, even though it's like a confessional from a deathbed, it almost sounds it's comedic as well. Like, did you laugh while you read it?
There's funny parts. There's tragic parts. A lot of it is like very philosophical. It's dense with questions that you can ask yourself.
Cool.
I straight away. I remember like early on reading it, going like, "This is rereadable." Like before I even finished it, I was like, I know I want to read this again.
Cool.
And probably again, like that good. Like to me, like a great novel is something that you can read multiple times. Sometimes a really good novel is page turner, and then you learn like, okay, that was the murderer. This is how they did it, and that can be fine. But kind of it loses its value going back because like it's built on suspense. Like you want to know more.
Right.
Whereas something like this, like there's not much of a story that he's telling you. You're not left like, I wonder what's going to happen. Like you don't have any of that, and it's just like the personality, like the narrator's character that you're interested in. It's like sitting down with like a fascinating person that's telling you a story.
That's awesome.
And you go like, I would like to get together again.
That's a great review. I want to read it.
Yeah, it was great. So that's it for this. It's called By Night in Chile by Roberto Bolano. Little thing, quick read. You can leave comments if you'd like. And thank you for watching.